Unreal. Unreal. Can you believe it, man? Everton with the dagger. The local rivals with the dagger to end the season for Liverpool with a Carabao Cup. In the do it for Klopp year, in the do it for Klopp season, they fumbled the bag. And listen, that's it now. Obviously, let's be real. Yeah, Liverpool are done now in the title race. People say, they've still got a chance. They've not got a chance. They've not. They need City and Arsenal, yeah, to drop 4 points. It's not happening. Yeah, they are done. I've got to say something, yeah. And Liverpool fans, I think you guys need to have this conversation. There are far too many players in your team that are not good enough. And you need to have an honest conversation. Let me name some of them, yeah? Darwin Núñez, you need to have an honest conversation about him. You do. You do. I won't win anywhere near City. You need to have a conversation. I don't think he's good enough. Luis Diaz, he looks great with all his tricks. Cutting in, cutting out. Guy's got no end product. No end product. I don't think he's good enough. I never liked him. Never rated him. I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool. Gakpo. Oh, what? So he scored a couple goals or he played a good game recently. What? Who cares? Is he good enough? Just answer the question. Forget about what he did in the last game. Forget about the fact he got 14 goals. Answer the question. Is he good enough for Liverpool Football Club, a team that wants to be winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues? And if you know anything about football, you know the answer to that is no, he's not. Jota is one of your best players, if not your best player, and he's injured all the time. Salah, I do not personally buy into this thing, what some Liverpool fans are saying, that you need to sell him. I don't. I just think he's playing in a bad team. I actually think Liverpool are in a bad team. I think Liverpool, I've said it for a while, Liverpool are the worst team out of the three. You know what I mean? I think they're the worst team out of the three. Harvey Elliott today, when he came on, oh my God, he was absolutely shambolic. Him and Curtis Jones, you need to make a decision. Are they good enough? Yes or no? I know the young players, Curtis Jones has come through the academy. Harvey Elliott was brought in young. Have the conversation. Forget sentimentality. Are they good enough? I like Curtis Jones. I'd keep him around the squad. Harvey Elliott, listen, he's a bit of a weird player. Sometimes I'm watching him like decent. And then sometimes I'm watching like today, he was awful. Now, Liverpool fans will know more than me. You watch your team week in, week out. I don't. Have the honest conversation. And then just look through Andy Robertson. Is it game over for him now? Is he done? I don't know what he was doing today. His crossing today was an absolute shambles. I think you've got to look around that team and make some big calls on some of those players and then bring some quality in. Yeah. And then you need to have a conversation about the manager. Arne Slot, is he the right appointment for this job? Your season is over. And in the do it for Klopp year, all you want was the caffeine energy drink, man. That was it. You done nothing else. And it's for Liverpool fans, man. You must be gutted, innit? Because let's be real. Old Trafford in the FA Cup, your team screwed it up. You was absolutely cruising in that game. I did a watch along for it. You was cruising. Your team just let United back into the game. Yeah. City at the Anfield. You look back at that game now. You should have won that game. I know people will come away from it saying a point against City is always a good result. It's not a good result when you battered us for 45 minutes. Palace last weekend. It's just your season. I can't obviously for me as a City fan, I'm buzzing in it. Obviously, you get that, yeah. I know you're going to be frustrated at me and probably call me a twat in the comments or whatever. But put yourself in my shoes. I'm finding this hilarious how this season is just fallen off the cliff, yeah. But for you guys, it must be pain, and I get it's pain. But I think you've only got yourselves to blame. You've only got yourselves to blame. Atalanta at home. What's going on there? 3-0. Atalanta at home. FA Cup, cruising against United, get beat. What's going on? And then Palace losing 1-0. Your team is not clinical. Your team doesn't score enough goals. And this is quite funny, isn't it? Because people will come in the comments here who protect the Liverpool players and say, LB, you don't know what you're talking about. You're waffling. Our 5 players, they've all got 10 goals, 10 assists or whatever. You know what I mean? Load of goals, load of assists. They're not clinical, mate. They're not clinical. Gakpo's not clinical. Núñez certainly isn't clinical. Luis Diaz isn't clinical. And even Salah's a bit wasteful, really. He just gets a lot of chances. Jota's the only player in your team that has actually a bat 1v1. That's a problem. It's a serious problem because you've still got all these players. You need to decide what to do with them. And this new manager's coming in. I think Liverpool, from here, are going to struggle. I don't think they're gonna have a massive fall off. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, you're gonna do a Chelsea." I don't think that. I'm gonna try and be like, reasonable rather than just like try to piss off Liverpool fans, which is honestly not my intention. Um, I think Liverpool next season will be in that sort of seventh to fourth bracket, flirting with potentially Champions League, but maybe finish seventh. Seventh to fourth is where I think you're gonna. No way you're finishing top three. No, no, I don't see that. I would be astonished if you finish in the top three. No, in the top three, I'd be astonished. And I think if you do, that says a lot about this league and the state of it. If you finish in the top three, based off of what I'm seeing, is Salah going to stay? Why is Trent still not signing a new deal? I know Liverpool fans say he's a scouser, he won't leave. Okay, okay, he'll be looking around. He knows that Real Madrid would take him in a heartbeat. Yeah, especially Carvajal getting on. He's got 18 months left. Be careful there. Be careful there. Van Dijk's getting on. Yeah, Salah going to Saudi. I just think that like people are looking at this Liverpool job and think it's an easy job. It could be easy if your board approach it in the right way. If your board go and get a manager that can convince these players to stay, they give him 200 million, and you go and get a couple of players in, yeah, top quality players, elite players, then I think next season you can have a very good year. But if you get Arnie Slot, you say, sorry, mate, we've got to do some wheeling and dealing. I give you 100 mil, but we've got to sell some players as well. Salah leaves. Nah, you'd be lucky to get Champions League. I'd be genuinely serious. Because City and Arsenal not going anywhere. I think Spurs are improving. Villa are not going anywhere. Newcastle, by the way, yeah, next season, they'll be back in the hunt for the Champions League. People think I'm saying this just to wind them up or, try. I'm not trying to do that to wind Liverpool fans up. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to wind anyone up. I'm just saying, yeah, let's stop that clock as well while we're at it. I'm just saying, if you're not careful, Liverpool could find themselves in a whole load of trouble next year. A whole load of trouble. Get the right manager in. Personally, I don't think that's Arne Slot. I think that's the wrong move. I'll just say that, yeah. Give him 200 million. Make a couple of calls on some of these players. Go and get elite level players in and cook next year. You go the other way. You want to go for this project approach? You want to go for the phase approach? Liverpool not in a phase. The pillars are there. The pillars are built. They need to add a few more players, get an elite level manager, and go and win. But if you want to go down the Arne Slot route, wheeling and dealing, getting these players in that no one's ever heard of, then fair dues, do it. But don't come crying to me if City win the league again next year. Don't come crying to me that, would City turn it into a Bundesliga. You need to put pressure now on your board. Big time. Big time. Because you cannot allow this team to be... Listen, I'm clearly saying Liverpool's team is the worst out of the three, in my opinion. But they're not like a million miles away. Clearly, look at where they are in the league. You need some money spent on that team. You need to put pressure on your board. You need to put pressure on your ownership to make the right decisions. Otherwise, as I said, I think that genuinely next season could be a tough year for Liverpool. Sad times, man, for yous. Not sad times for me. I'm loving it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. I'm genuinely there's a little bit of me that obviously it would be disingenuous of me to say that I'm not trying to wind Liverpool fans up. I am a little bit. But also I do like speaking about football. So there's a little bit of both. So Liverpool fans, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Call me a twat if you want. Let me know in the comment section below, honestly though. Are Liverpool going down this Arne Slot thing I don't think that's the right move. I really don't. I think that's a wrong move. I think you should get an elite level manager, a win now manager, and go and spend some money to go and win something next year. And are you worried about next season? Are you worried? Because I genuinely look at you and think if Salah leaves, mate, you get Arne Slot, I think you'll be lucky to get fourth. I think you'll be lucky to get top four. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Bye, Jurgen. Liverpool, it was nice playing, but now it's down to 2. See you later.